You're live. We're live.
Yay.
We're live.
Yay. All right. Ready, Anton?
I am ready.
Welcome to episode 94. This episode of 2OC, we talk about One Punch, One Act, Jedi Down, and did Anton open the gates of hell? I'm Al Flores.
And I'm Anton Duan.
I was so close to saying Black Jedi Down as a reference to Black Hawk Down, but I didn't think that makes sense.
No. And plus,
And also sound racist.
it might sound a little racist.
Yeah. There's a Black Jedi, Samuel L.
Yeah. He's back.
All right. Oh, there's a lot of theories about him, actually.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, Anton?
Not too bad. Not too bad. What did I do this week? It's all a blur.
It's a blur. All
Yeah.
nothing. As for me, I have been working on the summer movie draft, which is this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a podcast listener not watching on YouTube, by the way, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The2OC, all one word on YouTube, to watch us stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the summer draft would be done by the time this comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But I've just been kind of prepping, getting the spreadsheet ready. There's a few more spreadsheets I need to create to make the draft a little bit smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I have my brother and Josiah's asking me for numbers from previous years. I'm like, I don't got time for that right now. I'll give it to you guys when I can.
Yeah, you would have to go back and dig it up and do a lot of work with
I
math
have-
equations.
Well, no, I have. That's funny. I have an existing historical sheet
Mm-hmm.
where I think for the last 7 years we've done it.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Um,
it's crazy how it's 7 years.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we've had all the movies ever drafted and how much we paid for them, how much they made. All the numbers are broken down, but just I haven't updated the numbers from last year, so
Mhm.
that's gonna take time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. Have you done any of your homework?
A little bit. I went down the list and I try to go through the ones that I don't know what the movie is about. So I'm trying to go through those. And there are some very interesting movies that, is going to be in the theaters during the summer, but it's not going to do that well because it doesn't have that much exposure.
Well, and also especially some of the late summer ones, you don't know how much exposure they're going to end up getting.
Yeah, that's true. Because that's
Those are
usually the time where they just try to have people go watch a bunch of random movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stressful. However, this might be the biggest movie draft we've ever done. We have a lot of people coming. I think we're going to be up to like at least 12 people here.
Uh-huh.
Would have been more if you and your wife were here, so that's still impressive. Usually it's just like you on Skype and 5 or 6 of us here.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It's getting
so
bigger. And next thing we know, we're hosting like a banquet somewhere.
Well, and the thing is, that is one of my dreams, to kind of like one day rent out a theater, just like a screening or whatever, and kind of like have since we have projectors now,
Yeah.
project the scroll, like the draft upstairs on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I think I'm gonna bring back the summer movie challenge, which is where people pick the movies
That are based on the points that we bid on.
Right. So during the draft, we have a max of 100 points that we use to bid, and you'll have the same amount of points. However, you're paying for movies whatever we paid. So if I paid $30 for a movie, if you want that movie, you're going to pay $30 too.
Yeah, but you only have $100, so you got to spend it wisely.
It's a way to include fans and friends in the fun, and also to get people to shut up about our movie picks, because everybody's so judgy.
Yeah.
Oh, Anton picked that one? I don't know. I'm like, he picked that one, but however, he got it for a good deal. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan, you didn't get any Pixar ones? Ooh, you're gonna lose.
Hey, surprisingly, the guy who does Wreck-It Ralph, I think he stepped down to go to Sony. Is it Sony or DreamWorks? One of those two. Which is very interesting to me.
I can see. Actually, I can believe either one.
Mm-hmm.
Sony, I feel, is really trying to redo their image about what happened to their hacking a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So I can easily see them throwing money.
Yeah. I think it's actually DreamWorks. I think they are trying to redeem themselves because all they have right now is How to Train Your Dragon, which that franchise is already over with this last movie. And then Secret Pets of Life. I
Secret
mean,
Life of Pets.
Secret Life of Pets. Have you seen that?
The first one, yes. The second one, I don't think I'm going to see it.
Yeah. Is the first one even any good?
It's middle of the road.
Hmm.
Nothing great, but I wasn't bored or anything like that. I was still somewhat entertained.
But it made enough money to make a sequel, so you know.
Yeah, which is impressive because there's a lot of big names voice acting that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, besides the whole blur, I mean, I've been doing a lot of work throughout the whole entire week because, we're coming out with different products. So I had to make some designs and stuff you saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got a couple of other projects earlier today. So I'm going to be working on those throughout the weekend. I don't know.
I'll say you're traveling.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I mean, I got to catch a couple of things that we're probably going to talk about later in the show, which is One Punch Man. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I saw Hellboy today, so we can talk about that later too.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right, Anton. Do you want to get right into the news?
Yeah, let's get right into it.
All right. Anton, there's a few, there's every now and then there's a week where you just see a nonstop picture throughout the week on Instagram,
It's
Facebook, whatever.
every
Everywhere.
every time I scroll through Reddit daily, there's always someone making a meme out of it, and I'm not gonna say what it is, but it kind of looks like the back of someone, and then they're talking about sticking stuff in the black hole. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I see that, but okay.
Yeah.
So people don't know what we're talking about. If you have been under a rock, we have our first image of a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
People might think, oh, we've seen this. We know exactly what. Like, no, this is a real picture. I believe this is from, let's say, it's not even like a photo, like a photograph that we know it. It's a collection of radio frequencies that we gathered and kind of put it together to make an image.
Mm-hmm.
But this is our first view of a black hole, and it is from the Messier 87 galaxy, which is about 55 million light years away.
Yeah, that is super far away. If people don't know what light years are, it's the speed of light. And
Well, how far light can travel in a year?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
crazy.
goes quite a distance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this is kind of, it went from groundbreaking news to how many memes can we make out of this? Because people are judging first. They're saying like, oh, the first picture of the black hole was taken with an Android phone. The other good one I saw was it's the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah,
from The Ring.
that's something that I saw a lot too. That's really funny.
Yeah, I think that was
Mhm.
more nailed it. But
Yeah,
yeah, we're like that as a science geek. I'm very happy about this.
yeah,
Really cool.
yeah. And it's a girl that that did the whole algorithm too, right? Her name is Katie Bowman.
Yeah, well, she was leading the team that was creating the algorithm.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's her baby. This is her pride and joy right here.
Yeah, that's kind of really cool to make something and then show the whole world, and it just goes viral. It's kind of like a YouTube sensation, but instead of making videos, she's doing an image, which is
She's showing you the universe, the galaxy,
yeah.
or another galaxy.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen this before. I mean,
Nope.
we only have like images of what people think a black hole would look like.
Right. Which is, I mean, considering all that was guesswork and just kind of modeling of 3D modeling of what we think we would see.
Hmm.
I think those people nailed it.
Yeah,
So I think
very
it's good.
cool. Mhm.
Yeah. All right, Anton. Moving on. What's going on with Disney Plus?
Okay, so Disney Plus had a little bit of a conference today where they were talking about what the whole service is going to have. And we already know for the past couple of months that they are doing Star Wars series, which is called The Mandalorian, which is
Yes.
helmed by Jon Favreau, who directed Iron Man 1 and 2.
In the Avengers?
In Avengers, no?
No. Oh no, never mind. That was something.
Um,
Never mind.
Yeah, he also did Jungle Book and the upcoming Lion King that's coming out this summer. So it's a very big deal what Disney Plus is doing. Not only is The Mandalorian is a forefront of Disney Plus content, we also are getting Marvel stuff too. And this is a very big news that just dropped a couple hours ago. So they're going to have The Falcon and the Winter Soldier as a series.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing a Hawkeye movie actually starring the Hawkeye we have now.
Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of stuff. And there's also going to be Vision and Scarlet
Witch.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch in a series also too, which is very cool. So it's really exciting stuff that we're going to be able to see. And the one thing that I want to mention is that because of the Fox merger, Disney buying out Fox, they are putting The Simpsons on the streaming service.
Yay!
All 30 seasons.
I told you. They'd be dumb not to do it because there's just so much content they could just throw on there.
Yeah. It's going to be so much. I mean, finally, you can just do a marathon and you probably grow old watching it.
No, okay. Well, and I told you, I think it'd take you like a month and a half to watch it. No, actually, probably 2 months now because that marathon was a while ago.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, they have the content. They know people are fans of it, especially the older episodes. If they just throw in one ad per episode, that's a crap load of content they can sneak ads into that they know people will be engaged on.
Yeah.
They'd be dumb not to use it.
Yeah. Super dumb. So this service is kind of like a no-brainer. I mean, because of all the content that they have now, they don't really need to even do anything else. They just need to upload this into their servers, and people will have a large library of content that they can watch forever. I mean, Netflix had to, license all of these things from different studios in order to have content on Netflix. Right. So that's the whole reason why Netflix wanted to do original content. And with this being said, not only do they own the content, they are creating new content for their service. Yes. So right now, how much do you pay for Netflix service?
Netflix, I believe, is $9.
$9.99, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think Hulu is $6.99.
Yep.
And then if you get the one without the ad, then it's like $12.99 or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is crazy. It is launching. Let me see when the date. It's launching November 12th, which is kind of far away, but then it'll come here faster than we know it. So the price for this one will be $6.99 a month, and that is a no-brainer to sign up and just have a big library of stuff to watch. It is so competitive.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's where my CBS All Access money is going to go then. After I'm done watching The Twilight Zone, I'm going to saving up for that. That's a good price. I was willing to go $10 a month, maybe 12. 12 knowing The Simpsons. So damn, way to go, Fox.
And they are willing to do a little bit of a discount if you're doing it annually, and that's $69.99. So that's $70 a year. You're saving. You're getting 2 months free, basically. Yeah, such a great deal.
Pretty much, you're getting. You're getting 2 months free. The end of the year free.
Yeah. So this is what they're expecting. They're expecting anywhere from 60 to 90 million subscribers by the end of 2024.
90 million.
Yeah.
Huh. How many subscribers does Amazon or does Netflix have?
I have no idea. You can look that up.
Really quick.
So while you're looking that up, I'm going to talk about some of the other things that they're going to include also too. We're going to get National Geographic stuff. We're going to get Fox stuff. And Pixar is actually doing some original content too. So I think they're doing series and movies too. So adding that catalog to there, people are going to be so eager to watch anything on this platform.
Let's see here. How many did they say they wanted to go for?
They're expecting anywhere from 60 to 90 million subscribers by 2024.
So let me see here. In the United States, the website Statista
Hmm.
is estimating that Netflix will be at two. I'm sorry. By the year 2023, they'll be at 69.1 million in the U.S.
Wow.
So Disney really wants to just like take the lead right away, right out the
Hmm.
gate. They want to take the lead.
Yeah, because I mean they own like 70% of the whole entire media market.
All right. So Hollywood Reporter saying that they have. Uh, so Netflix is expecting to jump. Okay, so Netflix has currently 139 million worldwide, and that's worldwide. I'm pretty sure Disney Plus is probably just looking at the US.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, Disney. Not only did you flex when you paid for Fox, but now you're flexing on Netflix and Hulu and all that.
Yeah. But
Crap.
that was probably their plan all along from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So that's just insane.
No, they have a juggernaut of content. So no, that's damn, dude.
Hmm.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
I can easily see that going up to the prices we were kind of guessing at within a year or two afterwards.
Hmm.
That's probably why they're going so low initially because they want that large surge of subscribers right away.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I'm kind of curious when these content will be no longer subscriptions, but it'll be free.
what do you mean?
Like you don't have to pay for these things anymore. They just want eyes.
Oh, okay, cool. Like traditional television.
Yeah.
Like you don't pay for broadcast television.
Hmm.
It's just the ads.
Ads.
Different. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm sure. I'm sure they'll have a kind of like how Hulu used to be.
Hmm.
You get certain, the older shows for free, and then if you want to watch the current shows, you'll pay a little bit extra.
Hmm. It's
Yeah,
premium.
yeah. I'm sure they'll do something like that, or at least they'll look into it.
Yeah. Okay, so other related news to, well, not really
Kind of
Disney, but
Disney.
kind of, yeah, getting there, is Star Wars having another game being made by EA. um, you know why I said
Mm. Well, okay. First of all, I thought that after, is it Last Jedi or was this after? I think it was after Last Jedi.
Hmm.
They put a hold on all Star Wars related video games.
Yeah, and the reason why was because of Battlefront 2 being the biggest backlash because of the downloadable content
Oh, I forgot
DLC.
about that.
Yeah, that's why I said,
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why they wanted to just stop all of the games because, I mean, it had such a big backlash and people kept saying EA doesn't deserve a Star Wars franchise. They should take it away and not let these guys
Well,
do games anymore.
okay. Well, first off, Disney's pretty smart with their content. I don't think they would give it back to EA to work on the next project if Disney didn't put on some restrictions or give EA some guidelines about how the pricing. I wouldn't be surprised if whatever DLC they release has to go through Disney first,
Hmm.
like the pricing structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? It was somebody did the math and there was like it was a ridiculous amount to buy all the DLC.
Yeah, it's like you're spending like over like $200.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
which is crazy.
again, the old argument I made is you don't have to. Like
Hmm.
the costumes, you don't have to. If it's story related or you can't beat the game without it, I get it. That's when they are kind of screwing you over. But for skins and emotes and whatever else they had for that you don't need
No,
it.
it's just that some of the characters that you want to play, which is the heroes, you would have to play over 30 days straight, and
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lottery. But I mean, if you
No,
wanted to unlock everything, it's 30 days.
yeah, and in that case, I did agree because that did give you some sort of advantage in the battlefield because you could bust out into the battlefield with one of those main character heroes.
Yeah. So, anyways, EA is helming another project for Star Wars, and this is called Jedi Fallen Order. And this is something that really intrigues me because EA is not the only one that is, doing the project on their own. They usually have different studios that they purchase, like Dice Studios. Can't name any other ones on top of my head, but they have these other studios that are developing the game. So it's not really 100%. Well, it is 100% EA's fault on that whole DLC thing because they're the ones that trying to make all the money out of it. It's not really the game developer's fault. It's more of like the parent company trying to market the game and all that stuff. So so EA is having a company called Respawn Studios. I don't know if you heard about this company, but they were founded in 2010, so that's about 8 years ago. And the guy who founded Respawn Entertainment is his name is it's two guys, Jason West and Vince Zampella. Both of them co-founded Infinity Ward.
Oh,
so this is very interesting. So they created
from Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, Call of Duty franchise. All of the good ones that came out. The first one, the second one, Modern Warfare, all that was these guys. So it's a big deal. I mean, if it's these two guys making a video game, I'm pretty excited for it. So yeah, Respawn Entertainment is the helm of this project. And they haven't really announced a whole lot of information about this game yet because they're going to do it this weekend because Star Wars Celebration is this weekend. So there's going to be a lot of Star Wars news. We're getting a trailer this weekend. But all that aside, these guys worked on a couple of recent games that we know of. First one would be called Titanfall. We heard about that. Very good game, but we just haven't got a chance to play that. They also did Titanfall 2. And one of the biggest games that they've done this year is Apex Legends.
And Apex was the good one, right?
Yes. That's the one that everyone is playing right now.
Yeah.
So them helming Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I'm really excited to see what's going to be unveiled this weekend. So
can you imagine how awesome it would be if they got into mechanics built in for say you are one of the Jedis or even Darth Vader using your Force, kind of like being more agile. Can you imagine if they worked in some mechanics that way? Because in the existing game Battlefront, it was pretty much a jump button. That was it. There's no real intelligence to how you moved. You're just more powerful.
I think the cool games that I remember that Star Wars came out with was Star Wars Jedi Outcast. They did 1 and 2. Dude, that game is probably one of the best Star Wars games ever made. You would throw a lightsaber and it would, do the boomerang thing and then it comes back. But when you throw it at the right angle and you're pointing it at the right angle, you can basically have the lightsaber come back and cut someone's head off.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so cool. And this one, you can jump and do flips and then, use your lightsabers and do all like these acrobatic stuff. So that's the game that I always wanted. And that was the only one that delivered. And that came out in like the early 2000s.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. Like I think, and the thing that we play Overwatch a lot. One thing I have not given Overwatch a lot of credit for is that you feel so immersed in whatever character you play. Like I just been started. Like I've gotten into Junkrat. It's so immersive the way I can just like move around and have the mobility, and it's different. It's different mobility than any other character or stuff like that. Each one is so unique in its own way.
Yeah, it's very true because a Junkrat is more like a jumping around type of guy, exploding and bouncing around. And then you got characters like a diva. All she does is just fly around and stay stationary. When she's on the ground, she's grounded. She's holding her ground. Bullets flying against her. She's blocking it with her matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
but then you have you have an Orisa who's like also a tank, but yet you can't. They're two different mechanics. They're you don't move the same way. You don't react the same way to certain things. So
and you got characters like Reaper, where he can, become like a blob of smoke. Just gliding into. Yeah, it's very interesting on the character movement.
Yeah,
and
so
what you even see too, like your weapons.
Yeah. But I think that's one thing like that I don't give them a lot of credit for, but something that a lot of game developers do mess up is that there's no uniqueness to it. So first-person shooters, what makes some of them different is one of them you feel like you're the character, others you just feel like you're pointing a virtual gun and clicking.
Yeah.
Like that.
So, all that aside, I mean, that's the basic fundamentals on what we're looking for in a video game. And have you ever played Star Wars Force Unleashed?
No, that was way early on, right? That's when we started coming out with the better Star Wars games.
No. That came out like in 2007 or 8, I think. No.
That was 360 PS3.
Yeah. I think it was rated as one of the best Star Wars games beside Outcast or KOTOR or any of those other Star Wars games. But that was the only game that a lot of people really liked because you get to use a lot of the Force and you get to use a lot of different skills from the Force, which is very interesting. But yeah, I think they're probably going to have a lot of that mechanic in there. And because Respawn Studios, Entertainment, we know that these guys are very story driven. I mean, we could tell by playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare how... the story was very dramatic. You fall in love with the character that you're playing. You don't even know that you're playing a character. Like all of the other guys that are in the game, they start caring about you and telling you and talking to you.
And because and I like that story because they don't call you by your name. They give you a nickname. So you become that nickname. And then, you kind of feel like you're part of the squad. And then that's probably the first game that made me have feels.
Yeah. And you care about the colonel, too, and the captain. And
Price.
Yeah, Price.
Jacked up, yo.
So, I'm really excited to see what they're going to reveal this weekend. And hopefully it's going to be a kick-ass trailer or something that we get to see from this video game. So, yeah.
All right, Anton. So move on to lighter stuff. We're both Amazon Prime users.
Yes.
I'm fun with it. So Popular Science released an article, 10 Amazon features you should be using. And I'm curious to see how many of these you've used.
Okay.
There's something called Amazon Day, which you can schedule your Amazon delivery ahead of time. So say you're going to be out of town, but when you get back, you're going to need some cereal, you're going to need something like that. You can schedule it ahead of time saying like, I want it delivered on, I'm leaving the 1st of May, coming back the 20th. I want it delivered on the 20th.
I do see that service. I haven't used it yet because I haven't found enough stuff to buy to, have that type of service.
Like one shipment.
Yeah.
And they do mention that they bulk it up.
Yeah.
If you can just kind of add to that little box or whatever. I guess like kind of like Amazon Fresh, you add to the box or whatever. And then they'll just make one lump delivery. What about, have you ever done the no rush shipping?
Yeah, where you get credit.
Yeah, every time they keep switching it up. I think right now they're doing like credits for Prime Now. Before it used to be you get like book credits or whatever, or music credits.
I think you get money for Whole Foods.
Some of them, yeah. Sometimes you get
cool.
like sometimes you get like a promo code or something for Whole Foods, or just $5 off your order.
Yeah.
What about saving money with Amazon Warehouse or Amazon Outlet?
Amazon Outlet I've bought a couple times for business. There'll be times where you can find TVs that are just dented on the side, and they're like $2,000 TVs that you can get for like $500.
Yeah, I'll do Amazon Warehouse. I forgot what I ordered from Amazon warehouse, but yeah, again, as a consumer, be very careful. Read the description. They're really good at giving you a description of the condition the product is in.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's fine with you, it's like I think I order, I don't know, I'll say a book. It says slight like wear on the edge of the cover. Cool, fine with me. Here.
Mm-hmm. And they're willing to take it back to if you don't like it, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about get a refund when your packages are late? I think this is more for the non-Amazon Prime users.
I actually do that all the time because there's a couple times where my package comes late.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, it just comes late.
Yeah. So they say in this one, okay, this isn't exactly public-facing feature, but it's still a useful tip. If Amazon gives you a guaranteed delivery date and the package arrived later than that, you can contact customer service support. Which, by the way, it's a pain in the ass to get to the customer service support.
They change the place all the time. You have to go look for it. It's kind of like looking for Waldo. Yeah, they do it all the freaking time. Yeah. I get so pissed off. I'm like,
the last time I had to do it, I had to go through my orders to the actual order itself, and then from there, it came in. Anyways, let's see here. Okay. Contact support and get a refund on shipping. Refunds can vary depending on the item. DL News reports it could be between $5 to $10. So you'll have no customer contacts. You'll have to contact customer support and ask. Prime members use to be eligible for a free month of Prime for late packages, but it seems that Amazon is no longer offering that.
Yeah. So okay, this kind of reminds me of something that I purchased from Amazon, and it wasn't an official product. It's a knockoff. So it was one of those Sonic Care brushes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you buy those brushes, they come in a pack. Everything's nicely packaged. But however, there are knockoffs that look exactly the same. So I received it and everything. I opened a box, but the toothbrush, like it looks like it's painted on like with some type of marker or something, and it's I don't know why I have a toothbrush here, but it would have
how convenient.
Yeah, it would have like a little arrow saying diamond head brush, and then on the brush itself it's cut off sideways, like the whole half right here is missing. So so then I contacted Amazon. I said, hey, this is not the real product. This is like fake. I need my refund. I need to send this back to you guys. And they're like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. They sent the refund right away. And then I'm like, what about these brushes? They're like, oh yeah, you can keep that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, they're really good about it.
So I use it for like brushing like the sink and just cleaning work and stuff. So
because was it fulfilled through Amazon? Because sometimes it's like a vendor that has Prime. Okay.
Yeah, fulfilled by Amazon.
That's probably why they, and I'm sure they probably get they've gotten complaints about it before.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is, and this one's I have seen but had no use for. I think this is my brother uses Prime. Share your Prime benefits with your spouse, roommate, or kids.
Yeah.
I think
I maxed it out. I have everybody on there right now.
Isn't it like 4 people?
Yeah, 4 people, including yourself. I can't remember. I need to go look it up. But yeah.
All right. How about get discounts with subscribe and save, which I don't really use.
I use sometimes just to get the discount, and then I cancel it right after.
I've thought about it, but man.
Yeah, you can cancel it. There was one time where I forgot, and I got extra shampoo.
I've done it for boxers. I got it for I set it for I think a 4-pack every 2 weeks or 2 months.
Oh, okay. That's funny, dude. I did the same thing where it was like a long period of time, and then when I was like, I didn't order this. Wait a minute, and then you go in and it's like you're subscribed to your next date is 2 weeks away, or something like that. I was like, oh no.
I did it for like 3 cycles, and I'm kind of like, yeah, no, underwear doesn't go bad that fast, so I'm gonna just cancel this. Like I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Next one. What about the Amazon digital dash buttons? I haven't used those.
I got a couple of those, and some of them don't work anymore because the product is no longer on Amazon. Yeah,
So because the
yeah,
buttons are very specific to the product you order
yeah.
to make sure.
So I have a Dasani button.
Okay.
So for a while they had Dasani, and I guess they don't make enough money on sending water, so they cut off on that. So every time I press the Dasani button, I thought I would order it, but instead it goes to the next Dasani item that they had, which was the drops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the flavor drops
No,
where it's
I'm
not
not fan
that
of those.
great.
No, they have a weird aftertaste.
Hmm.
Okay, Anton. And this one I do use often. It's a very handy feature. Use your phone's camera to help you shop.
Oh, like if you're at Target or something, or
Yeah. So when you go to the app, there's a little like camera icon on the search bar.
hmm
You tap that, and it's almost like is it Google goggles? What's that one?
hmm
It,
Google
it's
goggles.
yeah. So it scans for a logo or a barcode, and then it
It's
searches
funny
Amazon.
that you called it Google goggles because we don't have that on the iPhones.
What's what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
They used to have something similar like that for a while, and then they just stopped it.
yeah, it was on the Android phones.
Was it? No, I didn't
Yeah,
have it.
it was
Oh,
Android
I did.
phones.
You're right. I did have Android for a while. You're right.
Yeah,
Dark times.
yeah,
Dark times.
yeah.
All right, that's on. Next one. This one I know it exists, but the options suck. Read books for free with Prime Reading and the Kindle Owner's Lending Library.
Mm.
So this one, yes, there's a lot of books. Sometimes they do have bestsellers in it to promote them,
hmm
but I would say 95% of them are probably junk or romance novels.
Yeah.
And the last one, and this one is I just set it as default.
hmm
Donate to charity at no extra cost with Amazon Smile.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah, so that one I just set. That one is you set it. You pick a charity. Usually they give you like 4 or 5 options. You can search for more, but I think I just chose the animal one. But I'm trying to blank on the name of it. And a small portion, I think like 1 or 2% of my purchases goes towards them on Amazon's dollar.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if something doesn't affect me, I
hmm
get to choose where I want it to go, and there you go. That's almost how I feel like I want tax dollars to be.
And it kind of sucks too. Like if you want to donate, if you want to have that in effect, you would have to go to the Smile page, smile.amazon.com.
Yes, but for me, it popped up automatically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's probably when they launched it,
hmm
so give me the option. All right,
Cool.
Anton. So those are 10 Amazon features.
Cool. All
Ready to
right.
go to streaming?
Yes. Let's.
Stream it up. All right, Anton. What's going on with our audio? People can't listen to that. Our audio listeners can't hear that, but
Yeah.
Anton just did a little
Squiggle.
swerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swerve, swiggle.
Yeah. All right.
We're
What's going
streaming.
on with what's going on with One Punch Man? You did a salmon with your hand. There you go.
Salmon.
Yeah.
Okay, so One Punch Man season 2 is finally here, and I talked to you about this where I'm not too happy with the company that is doing the animation for it, and I was really
It says
worried.
lazy animation.
Yeah, lazy animation. I was really worried. I watched the episode, and I was right, and I was really right. There's a lot of moments in this first episode of the second season where you do notice a lot of it. The only thing that that I'm happy with is they're keeping that same tone of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still slapstick. It's still that same style of satire and like it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So it keeps everything the same, which is good. Story,
Yeah.
amazing. I just don't know how it is going to be throughout the whole entire season. There was a really big action scene for this first episode, but it was kind of half-assed.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there you would see like some action scenes for like 10 seconds, and then it would just go on to like an off area where one of the characters talking to somebody else while the action's happening in the background. You know what's happening in the background. You want to see what's going on in the background, but all you hear is this guy talking to this other character while all that's happening.
But you can't because they're lazy.
Yeah.
So your fears were confirmed.
Yes.
That sucks.
But overall, I'm still excited. There's a lot more stuff that's gonna happen in the whole entire season that I'm looking forward to. So super excited.
Nice. So Anton, this is something I've been checking out for a while. I've been watching The Act.
Oh, is that the one? No. What is The Act?
So this is the anthology series that it's on Hulu. That tells the story. The synopsis: an anthology series that tells the startling story of stranger than fiction true crime stories, including a girl trying to escape her overprotective and abusive mom. What's it called? There is a condition where a parent. Okay, there's a condition where you fake having sickness or injuries just to get attention or sympathy from people.
Oh, one of those people.
Yeah. However, there's another version. Let me see here. There's another condition where you're conveying that onto a child. So you have it, but you make your child think that they are sick or dying, so you get attention for your child from strangers. Munchausen by proxy. That's what it's called.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so this is sort of the mom. She's overprotective. She has Munchausen by proxy, and she's making her daughter think that she's sick. She has cancer. She has like a laundry list of like illnesses. That if this girl was really sick, it's a miracle she's alive.
Okay, so the mom is Patricia Arquette, right?
Yes.
And then the
daughter is played by Joey King. You might remember.
She looks really familiar.
She was on Netflix's The Kissing Booth. She's been on, she's been on The Flash, Independence Day Resurgence, Fargo. She was on White House Down in the movie White House Down.
Yeah, she played the daughter. Yeah.
She's been on a lot of stuff. She's been all over the place. The Conjuring. But yeah, no, this right now they've been releasing one episode a week. I believe they're on episode 4 or 5, off the top of my head. Shit is starting to get real, and all this is based on a true story. So, I don't mind telling you that it ends dark.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I saw the interview with the real girl, Gypsy Rose. That was done by Dr. Phil, who is the only person to have ever interviewed her. And it's jacked up.
Wow. Okay, I'm really eager to watch this. This is very intriguing.
Well, especially since you said your wife is into like true crimes and stuff like that, right? Yeah. So I recommend, actually, you know what? Instead of like watching the series and then seeing the interview, I say watch the interview so you know how messed up reality was, and then see how the show does it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm into it, dude.
Let me guess. Your girlfriend got you into this?
Yes. Okay. The funny thing is, she didn't know the story when it happened. She was like, "How did I miss this?" Like, I'm like, no. Like, and the funny thing is, like, I knew the story, but I didn't know this show was based on that. For those that don't know, the case went to court, and everybody thought it was open and shut. And then they kind of probed deeper into the daughter's life, and the judge kind of went, "All right, hold on, wait a minute. There's some more shit going on here. We might need to take that into account." So everything, text messages, medical records, interviews with doctors, all the shit came out.
Wow.
Yeah. So so far the show's been nailing it, dude. So if you haven't checked it out, go on Hulu. It's called The Act.
Okay, I'll make sure to check that out. I had something on my mind I was going to talk about. It has something to do with streaming, but I guess we're gonna have to move on.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, Anton. Ready to go into movies?
Yes, movie time.
All right. All right. Box office. And I lost my tab because I was looking for Munchausen by proxy. All right, that's on. So wrapping up last weekend, number one, Shazam with 67.4 million. Number two, Pet Cemetery with 29.8 million. Number three, Dumbo with 79.8 million. Number four, Us with 155.6 million. And number five, still kicking some ass, Captain Marvel with $377 million.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Still holds up.
Yeah, you know what? Just for funsies, I'm kind of curious what this currently ranks for the MCU. Let's see here. It is number 8 so far.
It's not bad.
Well, I mean, it's still going. So right now it's between Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And just barely. I can easily see this passing Guardians of the Galaxy by the time it's out of theaters.
Yeah, because they have like 21 or 22 movies.
21 movies. Good job, Anton. Yeah, nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to catch up to Captain America Civil War, which was 408 million, but it's going to get close to it.
All right.
Yep. All right. So speaking of comic books, what did you see?
Okay, today I got to see HellBoy. It stars David Harbour, which is from Stranger Things and a couple of other shows I can't really remember exactly, but I'm really excited that he finally got a lead role, because this guy never really gets a lead role. He always gets like, those supporting acting roles. So really excited that he actually got a main role. I kind of feel that same way with Ron Perlman too, when he played HellBoy. Like,
I don't think it was until Sons of Anarchy that Ron Perlman got real recognition for his acting.
Yeah, because I mean, he's been an actor for ages, and he just never really got a lead role. And I think it's just because of the way that he looks. But his acting is amazing. So I feel the same way with David Harbour. So all that aside, this is a reboot of HellBoy. And this one is a lot darker. This one is, I mean, the first and second HellBoy is already dark. I mean, with all of the creatures and the way that it's shot, the colors throughout the whole entire movie, it's super dark. But comparing to this one, it does have that same vibe. But what adds the dimension to this movie being even darker is the blood and gore. Like, you see people ripping apart.
Yeah, I've heard some criticism from HellBoy fans saying that the Ron Perlman HellBoy, while entertaining and fun, it took away, it kind of mellowed out the story. Like, HellBoy's supposed to be like demonic, big monsters, big, dire situations, and it turned more to a comedic movie.
Yeah, and I think the whole reason why Guillermo del Toro went that route is because he wants this to be like an actual superhero kid movie, like that a lot of kids would want to go see it. But this time around, they're trying to stay true to what HellBoy is all about, where it's supposed to be like this scary world where he's fighting monsters that are ridiculously in like your nightmares. So I think it totally delivers on the whole part of crazy and disturbing monsters. I can tell you that, like, up straight, amazing creatures and characters. However, the only thing that I didn't like about this movie is the pacing. There are certain scenes of the movie where it's too fast, and there are too fast, or certain scenes of the movie would be too slow.
Oh, okay. So there was no consistency.
Yeah, there was no consistency of balancing out the story pacing. A lot of parts of the movie didn't really need it to be there. Like there's certain scenes where you're like, the writers could have done something else to make the story stronger.
Yeah.
A lot of, I mean, they had a lot of jokes in this movie, but they land like 1 out of 10.
Is it
Yeah,
because?
so
Do you think that those jokes would have landed better if this wasn't a reboot, or were they just not, or were they trying to piggyback off the original?
okay, so the original, they land at least like 8 out of 10 jokes every single time. But this one is a little bit less because I think they were trying to go serious. But at the same time, they try to, add some jokes to it to lighten up the mood a little bit, but it just doesn't work. Is this movie great? No. Is this movie good? I don't think so. It's just okay. It's entertaining. Yeah. The action is good. There was one action scene where I didn't like that much. It felt like they tried to do too much camera work, and it looks like the CG artist is having a hard time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still want to see it though.
Yeah. It's a good
it's still
movie
watchable
to watch. It's just not like a big blockbuster.
Got it. Not a flop.
Yeah.
But not a big splash either.
Yeah. So this movie, at the very end, they have 2 end credits. So make sure you stay for both if you do. Okay. It does set up for the next movie if they are going to make another movie. And the way that they do the end credits feel like they're expecting a second movie. But it all depends on how this movie does. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of sequels, we spoke about Shazam and last week, and it looks like they greenlit the sequel for that one.
Yeah. Well, it's positive reviews and everybody's happy with it. So it's making good money. And it's still number 1 this week, so I wouldn't see why. Yep. Hey, I do have one more thing to say. Daniel Day Kim is in HellBoy, this one. He has a British accent, which is very, very interesting. It's very good. He's very good in this movie.
It doesn't look awkward?
Doesn't look awkward. I think he's a really good actor. Are you all caught up on The Good Doctor?
You know what? The Good Doctor, I'm starting to just kind of pick and choose now. I'm not really going in order.
Oh, well, this last part of the season, you have to go in order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's a story arc with Daniel Day Kim in it. And this season, this second half of the season, it's a story arc, so you have to watch every single episode because you don't know what's going to happen next. If you pick and choose, you're going to miss a big plot in between. Okay. I think this season they focus more on Sean's arc, on people judging him.
Oh, okay. So okay. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of going back to Daniel Day Kim, I don't know if I can get past him always being on the beach.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. So watch The Good Doctor. My wife and I
get me out of that beach vibe.
Yeah, my wife and I, when we watched him perform on The Good Doctor, we're like, "Holy shit, he is fierce." Yeah, but all that aside, he's good. I can't wait until he gets more roles. I mean, watching him in this movie alone kind of feels like he can helm a movie on his own. Like if he was a main character, he's that powerful. Good. Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of him, and also I was shocked when I first learned how behind the scenes he is, how much weight he carries behind the scenes. So he's well rounded. He's he's very talented all around.
Yep.
All right, Tom. Is that it for HellBoy?
Yep, that's it for HellBoy. Besides me watching a movie, I heard you saw a movie.
Well, to wrap up my triple movie week last week, Dumbo followed by Shazam, and then after Shazam, I saw Pet Sematary. This is a remake to the Stephen King book Pet Sematary by the same name. You know how I am when it comes to horror movies. I'm very picky, very annoyed at times, depending on the tropes they use.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a lot. You know what? I wouldn't even consider this horror. I would go more suspense, mystery.
Mm-hmm.
You're really trying to figure out what's going on in this town. You know what the is again like Twilight Zone. You know it's gonna go bad. Stephen King.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, but you're kind of piecing together, and from what I was reading, they did switch up the story from the original and the book.
Mm-hmm.
So they added so people that have seen the original or read the book, even they will be in for a little bit more of a ride. They didn't rely heavily on a lot of the horror tropes. I think they only had like one jump scare in like I'll put it this way. The trailers for some of the horror movies coming out, like Annabelle the Return or Annabelle Comes Home, had more jump scares in the trailer than I think Pet Sematary had in the entire movie.
Yeah. I mean, watching the trailer for La Llorona.
Okay, is that ever gonna come out?
Yeah, I think that's coming out this summer or something.
It was supposed to come out like last September, then they pushed it to November, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, La Llorona coming this summer. I'm like, is it?
Yeah, that trailer has so much like jump scare. I
Actually,
remember.
you know what? The one trailer that I think was actually pretty fun and kind of made me interested was the car scene.
Yeah. That had so many jump scare.
That had me going, what the fuck? Like,
I remember every time in the theater during the previews, when that trailer comes on, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. I'm looking around.
It's one of those like you just feel bad for the character, like, holy crap, like you must hate life right now. Like there's nothing going right for you right now.
Yeah. It's like when you thought it's over, it keeps going.
Like 5 times. In the same 2 minutes. All right, anyways. So going back to Pet Sematary, there are a few drawbacks. I never actually felt a connection to any of these characters. Part of me wants to say I wish the movie was a little bit longer, but at the same time, I'm very happy as a Stephen King movie that's not 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Or not.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
John Lithgow, dude, I have yet to see that guy in anything that doesn't make me think he's an amazing actor. Jason Clarke, he was the main character. He's one of the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
He plays a dad.
I'm a big fan of him too. Like he can play anything. He can play a bad guy, good guy. Yeah, anything.
He was in that crap. What's that military one? I forgot the movie. All right, I'm gonna look it up.
13 Hours.
Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember it was one of those two.
I was like, it had numbers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he wasn't likable. I don't think he was meant to be likable. He's very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets more annoying as the movie goes on. The mom seems like she's in her own movie. Like you get 2 movies for one.
Okay.
No, but seriously, John Lithgow, and the girl who plays the daughter, they're the ones that like sold this movie for me. They're great actors. The little girl, I can easily see her becoming like a better actress as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would give this 2.5, which is really good for a horror movie for me.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
So, yeah. Also, creepy cat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give a number for Hellboy also too.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Okay, that's solid. That's a C.
Yeah, C. Yeah, I'm trying to give it a score where it's like not too high, not too low. It's just right. So
Yeah. All right, Anton. I think that's it, right? That's all our time.
Yeah. All right.
All right. If people want to, oh crap, what was the movie? Oh, if people don't want to see us buried in the Pet Cemetery, oh god, that was dark. Real quick. There's a song. Let me see here. Pet Cemetery song. Okay. Yeah, so the Ramones made a song called Pet Cemetery for the sequel to Pet Sematary. Apparently, the movie blew, but the song is really catchy. However, it's very stupid. It's literally, I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. But they sing it in a catchy way, and like that's how they wrap up the movie with this
Oh
song.
my
So
gosh.
as everybody's walking out, everybody's kind of like,
That's horrible.
yeah, check it out. The Ramones Pet Cemetery.
All right.
Anyways,
I'll check that.
that's what I was going with, but then I realized how dark that sounded.
Hmm.
If people want to support us, Anton, how can they do that?
They can do that by going to our website at www.the2oc.com and purchase some stickers and maybe some t-shirts. And if there was something that we talked about on the show that they would like to purchase, or maybe something that they saw on our Twitter feed or Instagram, they can click on any of the links. They'll take them to Amazon.com, and it gives us a little kickback once the purchase is done.
Yeah. They can also follow us on social media at The2OC on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to send us an email to mail@the2oc.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're listening to us on your podcast, and if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to the audio on your favorite podcatcher app.
Podcatcher. Okay.
Yeah, that's the new phrase, podcatcher.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/the2oc. There are over 180,000 titles to choose from, and you can use it on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or an MP3 player if you have one of those old ones. So yeah.
You know what? Let's throw in there a Star Wars book. How about Star Wars Master Apprentice? For keep the Star Wars theme going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would throw in another Star Wars book, Ahsoka, if you haven't read it yet.
Yes, Ahsoka. That was a dope one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's it, right, Anton?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, for the 2OC, I'm Mount Flores.
And I'm Anton Duong.
Wish me luck on the movie draft.
Me too.
No. Bye, everybody.